Oh, thanks for using the Kofi hexes. No babies, only boomers. You used to have a question, but you forgot what it was. Me too. Me every day. Streaming is hard. Oh, so the Stardew Valley Reddit pissed me off because a Karen basically complained they got stuck in a bush. Me being a comedian, I said, You don't have a teleportation staff? What a peasant. And then proceeded to get downvoted into oblivion by people with no sense of humor. I'm like, why should we award people who can't take a joke? I mean, if somebody said to me, oh, well, I didn't find that joke very funny and I found it a bit hurtful, I would be like, oh, sorry, that wasn't my intent. You know, like a human interaction. But instead it's like, I'm going to downvote you because you're a YouTuber with loads of karma. I'm like, yeah, go on. See if I care if it's gone. Obviously you care with your 200 karma points. Otherwise, people on Stardew Valley Reddit can be... Stardew Valley Expanded Reddit can be pretty civil. But most of the time on there, they're just whining about bugs in their free content. So they can fuck off as far as I'm concerned. What are we doing anyway? What are we doing? I forgot your name. Is it Devan? Yes, it is. This game is great. I'm mad at everything. That's my main personality trait. I'd never stop being mad at the world. What are we going to do today, Devan? I don't know anymore. I feel like we should just jump off the side of the boat. I'm done with this species. Maybe I should become the world's first supervillain. If I was Elon Musk, I might do that. Damn, this game's good. Look how nice it is. I'm going to turn the volume up on this game. What are we doing? Now that I was properly dressed up, I had to find the galley to start my new job. First of all, I had to go to get a blue coat from the Yeah, really. Just to find the galley to start my new job. Where is the galley? Let's go look down here anyway. We can steal from that guy. Oh, here he is.
Well, look at you. All dressed up.
This guy is a racist. I'm gonna turn the volume up a little bit more. Let me know if it gets too loud.
On your way to the galley, are you? It's through there and to the right. And between you and me, the cook is a strange feller. Don't you believe a thing he says, Rensburg.
He's doing that. They're not okay, but you are routine, I think. Talk to Brendan O'Brien. Watch a she shot for the excited, then don't look at the game over there.
Day-old bread was put on the table next to the galley, providing a quick snack for sailors passing by. Undra's own fondness of fresh bread usually resulted in an excess of it.
Oh wow.
The large tankards we drank from could be found sitting around on trays everywhere. Not very surprising, since drinking is a sailor's favourite pastime.
I love the voice acting on Devan, it's really good.
In the corner stood a laundry basket filled with dirty napkins. I wasn't surprised, because the senator usually requested a new one after every single bite. Such wastefulness.
What the fuck? Some old school boomers on this freaking boat.
Ah, my new help has arrived.
Hello.
I've never seen you down here before, Devan. What have you done to deserve this sorry job?
Kawaii, you missed me go off and have a huge rant about why dislikes being removed on YouTube is awesome and why anyone who disagrees is an idiot. And also, I flipped off the Stardew Valley Expanded Reddit because Karen spent all day on there complaining about not knowing how to play computer games. They take screenshots of their game with their mobile phones because they're too lazy to learn. Anyway, back to this. I boasted about my promotion. Explained I was better with people than with ships. I don't know. Bad sailor?
The captain didn't seem happy with my work as a sailor. It's not really what I'm good at.
Fucking small talk. Don't come at me with... I'm gonna kill the next person who offers me small talk. Like, in my mind.
And took from you a sailor's life. You are a servant now. A servant at sea, but a servant nonetheless. What does a servant do, you ask me? He cleans and he cooks, of course. But aboard a ship like the Herald, he also has the duty of recreating a little piece of the protectorate for our dear passengers. Lest they forget they're still part of it.
Sounds like bullshit to me, Andre. I'm gonna just have to call you out on that, to be honest. I corrected under saying I was a steward.
I was told by the captain that I was promoted to steward.
Promoted to steward, demoted to servant, same difference.
Oh.
Learn to speak the language of a posh protectorian, Devon. You are definitely going to need that skill, being a steward and all.
Shut up, what do you know? You're just sexy.
No, time to get to business. This here is Danielle, my sous chef, and he has prepared luncheon for the passengers this morning.
Hello, Devon. Pleased to meet you.
Oh my god, what a nice voice.
So for your first task, would you be so kind as to serve Lady Tabitha and Senator Morton their grub in the dining saloon?
I'll do my
I'll
best.
do my best, Mr. Oberton. I'll make sure our guests are well looked after.
I'm sure you will, Devon. And please just call me Undra.
See, the thing about dislikes, get back to that subject, is, likes are really just a tip of the hat. Like, they never accurately represent the video anyway. It's just nice if you like a video. It's just like, hey, I like that. It's a nice pat on the head, you know? A dislike is, like, seldom helpful. And just like PewDiePie said, it's just like, it's usually like, hi guys, my cat got run over. 7 dislikes, 1,000 likes. Why are we liking that someone made a video about a cat getting run over? It's sad. Why would you dislike a video about somebody saying their cat got run over? You know what I mean? It's not a very good system. Either way you look at it, I ain't gonna miss the dislike button. They were just drawn that way. Just like Jessica Rabbit. My number one crush when I was a kid.
Remember to return here after you're done, so I can give you your next assignment.
This game's so good. I really like it.
I needed to serve the food first.
Yeah? That's it, isn't it?
The dining tray contained the food for Lady Tabitha and Mr. Morton.
What is that when it's at home? Some sort of fruit? Some sort of pie? Cake? It's mine now! I'm just gonna throw this out a window. No one can stop me. Better not test Undra's patience. Guess I won't? What's this?
Rice from the colonies is a staple aboard protectorate ships. It's easy to transport and high in energy, even though rice alone won't really nourish you.
It won't? I'm learning so much from this game. Hey buddy, you want some food? Come and get your food, buddy. Lots more room on this deck. Would you like some food? Is it in here? I'm just gonna walk this way, see what happens. Walk this way! Walk this way! I think one of the actual grievances I can actually vent about, that I think you can learn very quickly, is that channels tend to fall into niches, and they end up having to play the same fiddle all the time. Like, you know, just basically people walking up to them and saying, "Do the roar," you know, like one tricks. And like I've observed channels who have like thousands of viewers on their YouTube channels, right, for like live streams, and they get pigeonholed into playing Animal Crossing all the time. And like he might have like thousands of viewers on his Animal Crossing stream, and then he'll go and play, this person in particular will go and play something else and maybe have 500 viewers. And regardless of the fact that he could probably still make money out of that, it's always disheartening when you want to stretch your creative muscles and play something different when your audience doesn't turn up. Because this audience 30 people will turn up to watch an Stardew Valley premiere, but they won't turn up to watch this. You know what I mean? 60 people will turn up for Stardew Valley, a Stardew Valley live stream, but they won't turn up for this because it's not Stardew Valley. And like, I can't even hate them for it, because you just end up doing that as a subscriber. You just like, I just subscribe to this person for that one thing, and if they ain't doing it, I'm probably not going to watch it. Like, it happens to me, but it's very disheartening as a creative person not to have
The signing of the Treaty
same
of Westminster
input
is a scene widely
on-
depicted in Protectorate art. It is so revered because it represents a defining moment in the Protectorate's creation.
Treaty of Westminster. It must be the removal of the king then. It's very disheartening, because the thing is, it shouldn't really be about views, it should just be about input, but it still gets you. You could say view counts could be something you could get rid of in the future as well. I think I'd do better without a view count, to be honest. You can actually hide your live stream count as well.
On the counter lay a giant hunk of prosciutto from the province of Italy. Like the people from that province, it's rather salty. But
Oh,
in a
wow.
delightful way.
What the hell are you coming for the people of prosciutto for? Jesus Christ. You could have just said it's like me. Turin, rather salty.
Cans of beans, peas, and pickles lined the wall. The necessity of canned food meant it was kept on stock in abundance.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Undra, I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to be going. Oh, there we go. Didn't have to do anything.
How despicable that the captain did not see this coming. It's just unbelievable.
I am Alan Rickman.
You should stop worrying about everything.
How old are you?
Every time you frown like that, you get a new wrinkle.
How old are you? I don't like how age vague you are.
I'm a man, Tabitha.
I'm a man.
Wrinkles give me character.
Wrinkles give me In other words, men are allowed to age naturally and women are not, because you are sex socks. Nothing but sex socks.
And besides, I can't waste my time on silly things like that.
Why shouldn't a politician care about his appearance?
Yeah.
Your line of work requires you to persuade others. A dashing appearance would surely give you an advantage.
Who said I didn't care about my appearance? Am I not dashing enough for you?
Pretty damn dashing in my opinion.
Well, you could try and follow the latest trends from the colonies. Colourful and less stern. More brisk.
No.
I represent the Protectorate, my dear, not some exotic roadshow.
He looks great.
But what if I wanted to dress myself more like a member of an exotic roadshow? Would that be acceptable?
Now don't get any ideas, Tabitha. Your father...
Is Marquez Brownlee.
Yes? My father... what?
Your father wouldn't approve, my dear.
Indeed. But father's not here. And why should you have the right to tell me what to do when he's not around?
Because I am a man and I have a penis.
Because I am your appointed guardian. That's why.
I have a penis and you have a vagoon.
I'm a grown woman. Why would I have need of a chaperone?
Because of what I just said.
Times are changing, Uncle.
No, they're not.
Enough now, dear. Say your prayers and eat before it gets cold.
Oh, here's another really good example of the like and
pass me the
dislike
salt,
ratio. Would you
please?
mind? Shut up, Tabitha. This is my bloody live stream. You're like audacity to talk over me. God. Fictional people. There was a problem in the Stardew Valley streamer community where a song kept getting flagged as copyrighted by somebody who was basically stealing the intellectual property of Eric, the creator of the game. Oh no, not a 19th century feminist! Feminists want equality. Get away from me. Anyway, there was a YouTube video where one of the autumn songs in Stardew Valley had been basically slightly altered by somebody, and whether it was the individual or the company representing them was constantly flagging people's videos and preventing you from retaining the copyright of your own videos because the song was popping up to them. It only happened to me once, and when I investigated it and I found the video, I listened to the video first of all and realized exactly what was going on. They had the audacity to say that they owned Eric Music because they'd slapped some terrible recording over the top of it. Then I looked down and saw that there was like 5 dislikes and like maybe 20 or more 5 likes, 20 or more dislikes. So I was like, well, I guess my theory about something fishy going on has been backed up. And of course the comments were turned off on that video. But I already knew something was going on because I watched the video. If I in that instance had only gone off the dislikes, I still wouldn't have known what the problem was. I had to watch the video. It's like, if you don't like something, it should be from watching it, not because this is what it is. People just want to laugh at videos for having a dislike ratio. I mean, it's not like it never helped. I mean, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie got overwhelmingly improved because of the bad reaction it had on YouTube. I mean, they changed the model completely because of the dislike ratio and the fact that people were mad about it. But I still believe that change would have happened even if the dislikes had been invisible, because the video would have had very little likes and a ton of comments bashing it and a ton of videos critiquing why it was bad. It still would have gone down. Anyway, what do they call them? Those are like the biggest reasons behind why the dislike ratio could be good. It doesn't help smaller channels out. Oh no, 5 people didn't like my video, but 100 people did, and 10,000 people watched it. What am I supposed to learn from this? Back to Alan Rickman. Oh, you missed the beginning. I really went off.
The lady
Everybody got
wants
it at the
salt
beginning,
on her
Tom.
food.
Hello, by the way. The lady wants salt on her tits.
Now, Uncle, a little please wouldn't hurt.
Please, boy, the salt.
Oh, don't call Devon a boy. I'll introduce myself.
You can call me Rensburg, sir.
Don't shout out how many people are watching the stream, Hexus, you boomer. That's not helpful.
I didn't ask you for your name, boy. Don't keep the lady waiting.
Start shouting out how many people I'm going to send to kill you. I mean...
I can do it myself. Thank you.
Are you a boy or a girl? I can't tell.
Tabitha, let the boy do his job.
I know my mum's not helpful. Why did you have to bring it up? I thought that said I sprinkled the salt all over Tabitha then.
Thank you kindly.
Here we go. Take that, Alan Rickman.
What was that supposed to mean? If I ask you,
We're playing a game with partial
what you should
rants
do.
and vague misogyny. Shut
Now
up.
show me you know how to sprinkle, boy. Give
Oh.
me some salt.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I sprinkled a lot of salt.
As you wish, sir.
I have a lot of salt today. You're having it.
Surely you jest. You completely ruined it.
Well, there you go. That's what happens when you hit the dislike button too much, isn't it? You just cover it in salt. Thanks for the metaphor, Dick Munch. You made me cackle with the Hexus comment. Oh, God.
Vegans are cool. Vegans are cool. You should be a vegan, otherwise you'll be a fool. Oh, yeah. Eating dead things doesn't make you cool. Oh, yeah. You should not eat the dead things. You should eat the lovely bits of cake that don't have the dead things in. Oh, yeah.
I loved how that perfectly popped up underneath this guy's chin. So his head was like really shocked by what Napoleon was doing at the same time.
By God, Tabitha, what happened to the servants who knew how to blend in with the background?
Blah, blah, blah. I'm a bad person.
Get away, you. The captain will hear of this.
I am the captain. That was great. I enjoyed doing that. Take that, Alan Rickman.
The image depicted a quite handsome man holding a scroll.
Alright. Fancy him, do you? Keep your knickers on. Thank you for that, Tom, by the way.
The painting depicted a man reading from a religious
Oh, it's very
book,
generous.
probably Jewish.
Old Tommy boy, would you like me to sprinkle some salt in your eyes? Why would I say this? I don't know. Let's keep going. The painting depicted a man from a religious book, probably Jewish. Okay.
The painting of the zoologist with the sloth always amused me when I walked past it.
It is pretty funny. Devon is the big gay.
There was a painting of a lawyer on the wall. The captain once told me it held an honorary place aboard his ship for very personal reasons.
Yeah? Why? Tell me then.
There was a painting of a girl in the dining saloon. As cute as the image was, it also made me worry, since I had recently heard rumors about toxins in certain types of makeup.
Wow. What a downer. Oh, woo, salt me, Turin, salt me. What the hell? It's so easy for people to dip into this, isn't it?
Danielle, is that you? Can you hand me the saucepan?
This is making me hungry. So I just hit him with the saucepan for no apparent reason. Just absolute chaos.
There was a saucepan on the worktop.
There certainly was. Smack. I like it when you can do that in games, where you can just
Devon.
do things that make no
I
sense.
didn't expect you back already. Say, were our honorable guests pleased with their meals?
Oh yeah.
Mr. Morton will remember the highly flavoured meal he's enjoying right now.
Ha 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 ha.
Splendid. Let's keep it that way, shall we?
Oh, shameless plug. If you didn't watch the first Herald video, this artist, the art director, who is a one of the team of 3 that produced this amazing game. 3 people made this game, everybody. Only 3. The talented art director behind these moving portraits also creates VTuber models for people to use on their own streams. I know of one lovely streamer called Simrai, who has an awesome avatar made by them. I'd like to have one in the future, and you can help make that come true by donating on the Ko-fi page in the link if you feel. It's Christmas time. You're not Jeff Bezos. I get it. Don't worry about it. If you can't do it, don't do it. It's Christmas time.
No time
Give
to
all your
dawdle,
money
though.
to Turin.
These meals here need
Or
to go to
don't.
Officer Brunswick
I'll
and
just
Dr.
dislike you if you
You can
don't.
find them both
Just
in
joking.
Brunswick's cabin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Over
and keep an eye out for
explanation
Daniel, will you? I don't know where he
of
is,
the
but he has a
environmental
knack for dozing
things
off
is
on
a
the
bit
job.
cheesy.
Send him
I like
back
it
here
though.
if you see him.
The food tray needs to go to the officer. Alright.
The tray contained the food for Officer Brunswick and Dr. Gehrig.
God, his voice is amazing. Dr. Gehrig. I'll summon Mariah Carey. You're just in the I was literally in the supermarket, like, way early in October, in November, and it's just like, all I want for Christmas. And I just suddenly imagined Mariah Carey just sort of like her corpse. She's dead for some reason. Just crawling down an aisle, coming after me, going, "It's Christmas, Turin. It's Christmas." And I'm like, "It's October. I mean, it's still Halloween." Oh, someone else just used the Ko-fi. Let me check out the Ko-fi. A second. I can't leave out the Ko-fi donations, because they often do that. Someone just donated a slap to the face. Wait a minute. That Ko-fi notification was way too slow. I already know Hex has donated. Shut up, Ko-fi. Oh, my Streamlabs. I can't see my Streamlabs. Where am I? I'm scared. Help me. Why isn't everything done for me?
I needed to serve the food first.
Who am I taking this to? Over here? This way? I'm just off on one here. Is it in here? Oh god, what's this guy doing? Oh no, it's the guy that got shot.
I'm so... Why? Don't break.
What? I asked Dr. Gehrig how bad it was.
Poor man. How bad is it?
He's gravely wounded, but the officer's putting up a fight. It's a clean wound, but it's hard to say what damage the bullet did when it went through him. I don't have the tools to operate out at sea.
Please, no. It's precious. You're...
What the fuck?
Stop.
Shh. Don't fight it, Rupert.
Don't fight what?
Is he dreaming?
Delirium. The officer is awake and he can hear you, but his reality is distorted at the moment. It's unlikely he'll keep anything down in this state. I'll help him eat after I've administered his medicine.
Well, I don't think you can eat this anyway. I think it's made of 2D.
Devan? Oh. Devan, is that you?
Officer, please, don't push yourself so much. You need to rest. Mr. Rensburg, get me my briefcase. I need...
Just tell me how Ian is doing.
I don't know.
Why do you care? He almost killed you, sir. He's locked up in the brig, where he belongs.
I'm Devon and I'm sassy. Look at my sassy eyebrows.
I's just a boy, Devon. A very confused boy. Thank God he's safe at least.
I don't like your relationship with this boy. What is this face you're pulling?
Are they feeding him well? You should give him my food. Otherwise he...
Rupert, stop straining yourself. I don't want you.
Do it for me, Devon. The captain won't feed him well. Not after what he has done. Please,
Sassy and gay.
Fetch me my briefcase, Mr. Rensburg. Now.
Let me out of bed.
No, you stay put. You're riling yourself up too much and need to calm down. Devon, quickly, a bottle of laudanum. It's in the front pocket of my medical kit.
Laudanum?
There was a bandage in the bag. There was only one bottle of laudanum left in Gerrig's bag, and even that was half empty.
What is laudanum? Lord knows what laudanum is.
Is this all, Mr. Rensburg? I had another full bottle of this with me.
So, yeah, that was it. I'll search again.
Not that I could find, sir. Should I have another look?
No, I trust your eyes. Strange. I always take a few extra bottles with me on a long journey. Laudanum is a very common mixture of opium and alcohol.
Opium and
It's
alcohol.
used for quite a few ailments.
It's just like you said, Hexus. They tell you they've got ghosts in their... You tell them they've got ghosts in their blood and you give them some cocaine.
I can't have used them all up already.
Great doctoring.
Opium and alcohol. Sounds like a strong combination.
Sounds pretty good right now. I got boomers visited me for Christmas who don't know how to set up phones, driving me insane. I got smart Alex on social media talking absolute nonsense. YouTube is the only person who hasn't let me down. And Tom, and Hexus, and everybody in this stream. I'm drunk on imaginary opium and alcohol. Don't tell me what... I'll tell you when I've had enough.
Do you think someone robbed you to have a fun time?
Summoning the corpse of Mariah Carey to chase your enemies while she belts her songs at you. In the Wild Wild West, a lot of women got addicted to the Wild Wild West. When I'm rolling to the Wild Wild West. When I'm strolling to the Wild Wild West.
I wouldn't be surprised. Some people are quite fond of its effect.
Yeah, it's literally booze.
It makes
Super booze.
the user all fuzzy and warm inside. Not to mention the dangerous illusion of being completely carefree for a while.
Why are you giving this to an
if
injured
you
man?
would, keep an eye out for someone with a flushed face. Laudanum usually makes people blush a little.
I'll make you blush
Now
a little.
please leave us, Mr. Rensburg. The officer deserves some privacy when I administer his dose.
What? Man, things were wild back in the 18th century.
Several bottles with various pills and ointments were in the side pockets of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Gerrig's scalpel looked very sharp. I took care not to cut myself on it.
Yep. Sounds sensible.
There was a bandage in the bag.
Yeah, there was a bandage in the bag. Oh, that was a very satisfying sound. Oh.
It was a syringe.
It was. How am I... If I don't have dislikes on a video, and the video only has 5 likes, and the comments section is angry, how will I know if the video's good or not? Ooh, but that's going to be relevant later. There's like a little letter there in the pocket, but I can't do anything. And this key's probably going to be relevant later. What am I doing now? If I dared to keep underweighting, I could bring Brunswick. Yeah, let's bring off food. Screw everybody.
I wondered whether I should take the food to Ian or not.
Yeah, do
I
it.
took the dining tray to Ian.
Yeah. Old-timey pain treatment. It's also give you one hell of a time. I don't know where it is though. Bugger. Oh yes I do. They taught me where it was earlier.
I needed to serve the food first.
Okay. I didn't know where to go. I lied. Or I was mistaken. Why do you have the shoes? It was often used for migraines. Well, you know. I guess drugs are pretty good for migraines. Where is the brig anyway? I don't know where I'm going. But it sure is fun to just walk around. Ho ho. You've missed massive rants about why the dislike button being gone is great for me. I'd offered up quite a few examples of why it was useful, that it was gone, or rather why it was not a bad thing it was
The
gone.
door to the cargo hold had been locked shut when we left the capital. It would only be opened again once we finally reached the Eastern Colonies.
Okay. Where's the brig though? Oh, first class only? Can I go in there?
Even with a blue coat, I wasn't allowed to enter the first class cabins without a clear invitation by one of the passengers.
Shut up and go in there. I don't play by the rules of man.
A strangely shaped object stood in the corner of the gun deck. I couldn't really see what it was, but I had an inkling.
It's a piano? Dislike button is there, but you can't see the dislike count, is what I meant. They've hidden the number of dislikes, is what I should say. Should have said.
It seemed that many of Lewis's books were about botany and zoology. That is something I hadn't expected to discover about him. He seemed more the religious type to me.
I think it's just a step toward the dislike button being gone completely, to be honest. I mean, I can still look at the statistics if I want to, not that I care. I mean, as a creator, if you suddenly get a video that has, like, you know, less than 50% likes, it does perk up your attention and make you wonder what's going on, but most of the time it's not because of anything fair has happened. I mean, I got the feeling there was quite a large homophobic backlash on the Karen video that I made for
In the corner stood a
Cyberpunk.
laundry basket filled with dirty napkins.
Oh, we know about the dirty napkins. I'm trying to find the goddamn... Oh, is it this one? Dead body under the sheet. Formed to look like a piano. Yeah, you might be right.
I needed to serve the food first.
I don't know how to serve the food, Devon. I'm lost and alone. I don't know where the brig is. I'm going to cry. I don't know where the brig is, Daddy. Oh, a map. Oh. Where is it? Go downstairs? Oh. Oh, good eye. I can just about see that downstairs. Couldn't make it out. Wow. Good job you're here. Brute force. The hell would we have done without you? Walked around in circles.
This part of the cargo hold was strictly off limits while at sea.
It's gonna be clap cold.
That if any of
Yeah.
the heavy objects inside fell over, you could be crushed to death.
Oh dear. Don't crush me, Daddy. With your big fat hairy ass. I mean,
What are you doing here?
I'll do whatever I want. What are you doing here, kid?
I have some food for you. I know it's not much, but it's better than nothing.
Holly,
But I'm not hungry.
get out from under there.
I just...
Trying to steal my thunder. Get out.
God damn it, Holly! That's a bad Holly! It's my pot pie!
I know your basket's not there. I moved it. Sleep on the cold,
Damn
hard
it,
floor.
Devon! Why did he not understand?
I don't know. He just couldn't understand that the dislike being button being gone was a good idea. I understand, Ian.
I never wanted his pity, his poetry, his guidance, or any of his
Holly's like, I'll sleep under your desk on top of all of your cables, therefore causing them to get pulled out and possibly end your stream. Fucking genius! I never wanted his pity or his poetry or his penis. I condemned Ian's actions.
I understand where you are coming from, but I'm sure Brunswick meant well. He was just confused, as we all are sometimes.
He confused me as well, you know.
Oh god.
I liked him at first, Devon, but he got too overbearing at times.
He kept slapping his balls on my chin.
Sometimes it felt like Brunswick wanted to be my father, or lover even.
Yeah, see? I got the undertones.
It scared me, and angered me.
Stop
I
tapping
never
around with your
wanted
cute
to
feet.
kill him.
I'll throw you.
Just the idea of him. No, that's just disgusting.
What was that? I missed that. What did he say? Something about... something disgusting. I just missed that. I told Ian not to say no to his to his abuser.
You were right, Ian. We're better off without such deviance.
Yes, consent only.
What you did was brave. Stupid, but brave. Never forget to stand up for your own rights and defend yourself.
What?
You think what I did was brave?
Kill the idea of
What I
him.
did was wrong, Devon. I do know that.
What's this, Batman?
But at least you seem to understand why I did it. To protect myself when no one else would.
Yeah, he just didn't want to get bummed. Without consent.
Please leave me alone now, Devon.
Poor kid. That guy upstairs with the poetry is creepy AF. I'm gonna go shoot him. Finish the job.
Remember to buy all the Georgia berries. They'll guarantee you love every time you eat them, yeah. buy the goji berries from me. They're definitely not rebranded ancient fruit. Oh yeah. This song's not very good, but I don't care. Oh do do do, shooby doo doo.
Thanks, Tom. Yes, Holly's way of communication actually is dance. So if Holly wants something, she dances. Like, I go, what is it, Holly? And she goes, da 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 da, and just dances to say that she wants something. And then she'll look at what she wants as well. Tap dance is her main form of communication. Yeah, there's loads on there. Tom? Hexus, I mean. There's loads of little sound bites on there. Made quite a few now. I don't know if Ian is 12, actually. I think he's older than 12. Either way, the guy upstairs has got big Gary Glitter vibes going on, you know?
Ah, Devon, you're right on time to help Danielle with dinner for the crew.
Oh, you didn't even notice I was gone.
Are you a good cook?
Am I
As
shit?
if anybody can make a decent meal in this kitchen.
Golly, Danielle. You're on a ship, remember?
Really? I almost forgot. I was wondering where all the water came from.
She's secretly a bumblebee? They're generally less than 16. Okay.
Yes, you are still quite wet behind the ears. Now, boys, the water is cooking, and I expect you to make me proud while I clean and set the table. So get a move on and make me a nice stew.
Oh, okay. Let's cook.
So, Devon, ready to learn how to work miracles?
Yeah. Teach me, Jesus.
I am quite eager to learn anything new. Do tell me what I need to know.
Do tell me.
Well, it's less than scraps that we have to deal with here.
Yeah. He basically shot the guy because he got a case of the don't touch me's going
I
on.
saw a few sacks
Quite
of rice,
justified, really.
a bag of potatoes, and a pot of barley. There's also some dried meat and fish on the hooks.
This game is really good at dealing with subjects like pedophilia and racism without actually like being too blunt about it. Like they've got a really good well, it's really good writing. Basically, we've dealt with those subjects without it being like, I don't like you because you're brown, and like it hasn't been that straightforward.
Maybe we can do something with those old carrots. They are getting moldy.
I told Daniel, stop complaining. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the complaints.
Oh, that sounds really bad. No wonder we're getting the same plain dishes every day.
It's not just bad, it's horrible. Where I come from, it's a crime to prepare dinner without a single piece of fresh produce.
Yes, the colonialism, the desecration, the lack of incredibly buxom women. I mean, only the Rani so far has sated my lust. These handsome men will have to do for now. Where did you come from?
Where are you from, then?
Holly, give me some water. I've played Monkey Island. I've played all the Monkey Islands.
It's a long story, and I'd rather not tell.
It's Naomi with a big D. I mean Naomi D. The voice work is excellent. Everything about this is excellent, from the artwork, which will one day be mine, in my own character, if I can ever afford it, and catch the artists at the right time if they're not too busy. I think they're working on another game as well called The Talon Moon, which has a very athletic and sexy female main character whose body type is modeled after a high jumper, I believe, or a pole vaulter. Couldn't see any trailers for that or a release date yet, so they must still be working on that one. Quite a lot of awards, I think this game did as well.
Why not? Did something bad happen?
No.
This guy sounds a little bit like Begavir from the Discord. How did you get into the game, Begavir?
Well, yes, but I'd really rather not talk about it. Oh, right. We need a good hearty base for our stew.
Only a little
Find me
bit.
either
Does
a
he
bunch
sound
of
like him?
potatoes or a pound of barley. No rice, please.
I just found out a Papa John's opened up nearby, and I took a look at the vegan pizzas and they looked pretty good. So there's probably going to be a bit of a rant about whether or not Papa John's pizzas are any good the next time I do a stream after I've ordered one. Pizzas are too expensive to like order for delivery around here. You can't justify it, so I have to wait until some other people in my house wanna have a pizza. Tell Begavir to come watch himself, yeah.
Several rolls made by Undra lay untouched on the cutting board.
Simon the
Most
Sorcerer,
likely they
no.
were made with the finest grains from capital farms.
I'm made of the finest grains.
The few herbs I could find in the galley were often dried and stale. Bruising them with the grinder usually helped to return some of their flavour.
Ooh, bruise grind me, daddy.
It was a recipe for Undra's famous butterscotch treats.
Sounds great.
An entire drawer was devoted to
Begavir has a
It was
beard.
such a huge mess that I always dreaded opening it.
Yeah, this game's really nice. And it's super cheap right now as well. Like, it's like 80% off or something like that. It's literally like, for me, it was like under £3 to buy both chapters at the moment. It's a multiple chapter release, as in there's going to be like 3 more chapters, but right now it's so cheap. You can really take your time to like comb over the details if you get it for yourselves. Like the animations alone, like the 2D animated characters, astounding detail in it. The fact that you can use you can hire this person to like make you a model that'll track you on camera and stuff. I think what I'll do is I'll link the person's website, like the art director's website. You can actually see what their VTuber work looks like, and I'll also link Simrai, the VTuber who I first heard of this artist through, her Twitch, in the description of the video. So if you're here now, you can come back and get it later. But if you're a VOD watcher, have a look in the description. I might have put it there by the time you get here. And thanks for watching the video. Even if you didn't turn up to the live, I appreciate you watching the video later.
I needed to get the stew for the crew.
Where is the stew? Yeah, you worry about the cross-contamination of meat products. I don't worry about it so much because it's not really the meat being in my body that's a big problem. You know, it's the fact that it's unethical, and me purchasing something that suggests they will buy less meat is more effective. I guess I don't want any cheese. I don't want any dairy cheese. I don't know if you knew this, but if you're a vegan, after a while you lose your tolerance to lactose, and it can really upset you. I've had dairy after a long time of not having dairy, and it's given me like a really bad stomach before now. This guy sounds like you, apparently. Hexa said it, not me. Take the blame. What am I supposed to do? Have a look under the table. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be helping this guy cook, aren't I?
It was a sack of barley.
Yeah, pick it up. Oh, I want to make a barley stew now.
The most prominent thing about the galley was its giant stove. 4 burners and 2 ovens. Quite lavish for a merchant ship.
Nothing particular in there. potato. We need potato. There is potato over there.
Little bits of food were still stuck on the inside of the pan. It seemed like Danielle had been in a rush when he washed the dishes.
Danielle.
Fresh produce was rare aboard the Herald, but carrots stay good for quite some time when kept high and dry. Alas, the galley did not provide such conditions.
Damn, now I want to eat a carrot.
The best protectorate cheese comes from the province of Holland. This particular one smelled a bit mouldy though, so perhaps it came from the province of France.
What do we need now?
Barley. Not my favorite, but it will do.
There you are, Begovir. You're on the stream, so says Axis.
Hey, Devan, that protectorate blue. It really looks too good on you. I mean, why does the captain like you so much?
I confess to Daniel, I don't know.
I don't really know. Do you think he does?
Do you think he wants to kiss me?
Well, obviously. But I have heard about what happened with Ian up on deck. I just never expected the captain to reward you for that.
The vegan cheese I have, I mentioned in another stream, I found out is made from potato starch with a little tapioca flour. Makes it act like real cheese. Want to learn to make my own now. Sounds pretty good. It can be quite a scavenger hunt to find particularly good vegan cheese. There seems to be a lot more now. It's really getting there. Speaking of Holland and cheese, I once went to a cheese farm in Holland because I lived on the border of Holland. And I don't know why they did this. We went on a cheese tour and it was like an ordinary barn. And then someone grabbed a secret door, threw it open, and there was like a huge cheese party going on in the next room. And there were like Dutch maids carrying cheese around. And I was just like a little kid. Like basically it was like that moment in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It's like, come with me and you'll see a world of pure imagination. Except it was cheese and me just running around munching cheese.
I didn't expect it either, but I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
And then I went and sat in a big clog.
I'm convinced that it was just a convenience, Devan. The captain must believe that having a steward to preserve some form of etiquette will help keep Morton at bay.
Oh, back to the dislike thing. Uni weighed in on this. Who's a cosplayer, has done some Stardew Valley Expanded things. Hey, Uni, if somebody came up and slapped a bunch of dislikes on your butt while you were cosplaying, would you enjoy that? That's a relevant comeback, isn't it? P.S. Can I slap a dislike on your butt? P.S. Don't answer that. The captain must believe that having a steward to preserve some form of etiquette will keep Morton at bay. Huh. Admitted that Daniel's words made me feel uncomfortable.
I'm not sure if I feel comfortable in that position.
You got a promotion. That's all that should matter to you. Just play along and everything will be fine.
Begovir's sneaky in this game, I don't know why.
But always remember that the senator is a powerful man, Devan.
He's Snape from Harry Potter.
I heard he's the brother-in-law of Jonathan Vesey, the regent of the Eastern Colonies. It is in our best interest to keep him happy. Even though I don't really like protectorate officials, I'd still advise you to stop pushing his buttons. Got it? Now get me some fish or meat for this stew.
Stop pushing his button. I'm surprised he didn't have my hands cut off.
It was a cured fish.
How come nobody commented on my vaguely pervy comments about disliking? What am I doing? There we go. Call me out.
The salt smell of cured fish. It will go well with some ground chili peppers.
Sure. Let me slap you with it
You
real
probably
quick.
love spicy food, right, Devan?
Sounds like a vaguely prejudiced thing you just said there, Devon. Wait, I'm Devon. He assumed wrong. For him that I liked spicy. Well, I don't like spicy food. Because I'm white. I told you not to say it. I didn't ask you if I shouldn't say it. I was asking you if it was a good point. And you said it was a good point. Because cosplayers get bad criticism all the time about the weight and stuff. And I didn't even do that. I just asked if I could spank someone's butt with a dislike. Wait. Help me. Somebody delete the VOD. I don't like spicy
On
food.
what basis did you make that assumption? I actually detest spicy food.
Really? I'm sorry, Devan. You just seem...
Indian?
Never mind.
How dare you? I'll have you know I'm just sexy. I come from Sex Island. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. It's gonna be honest with you. I got angry with Daniel.
I don't understand. I seem what?
Forget it. It doesn't matter anyway.
Begavir, what have you done?
There are no peppers aboard the HLV Herald, so you won't have to deal with my spicy food. Just the plain old salty kind.
Salt is all I know. I was born in the salt. Molded by it!
Why do you bring up chili peppers if we don't have any?
Yeah!
It's not just about the peppers, Devan. It's... Sometimes you suddenly realize that you dearly miss something you left behind. It can be as small as the taste of a tomato salsa prepared with fresh Malagueta peppers. But sometimes it's about other, more significant things.
Begavir does no longer sponsors this interpretation of him. He's signing off on this brand.
Were you in love with someone?
The peppers grew in my garden, Devan.
Oh.
Every day of summer, a girl I knew would pick the ripe ones at noon, and I would watch her while she did.
Oh, you're a pepper perv, I get it. I was appalled that the girl stole his peppers.
She stole your peppers? Why didn't you stop her?
I did.
She didn't steal them, Devan. It was her job to do that, like it was mine to watch her. Charlize was the property of my father's estate. But there, in that garden, she was free, Devan, singing a song while she picked the Malaguetas one by one.
Malaguetos.
When we were together, I completely
I'm glad
forgot
you've
why I
posted
was
this
there
official
and
statement,
what she
Begavir, so
really
that we
was.
understand now.
A slave girl, forbidden fruit.
A slave girl? I knew it was a slave girl. Something about it just gave me that hint that this guy's like that, you know?
Did she like you as much as you liked her?
Scared and just...
Get out of the desk, Holly! Get out! Stop stealing the dramatic moments!
Oh, yes. I won't go into detail, but I am sure she did.
Oh God, hexes.
We were also quite reckless. After numerous hot-blooded encounters behind a particularly beautiful pepper plant,
Whoa!
I one day dared to brag about my exploits to my friends.
It's getting literally hot in here.
When father found out, he said I had besmirched our family name, and worse, that of my fiancée.
What? You slept with someone else? You pepper fiddled someone else while you had a fiance? What a douche.
I felt ashamed. I never dared to face Charlize again.
Lol. What a dishy story.
Why would you brag about something like that? Sounds quite indecent of you.
I loved her, and I wanted all the world to know about it. I was also younger and dumber than I am now.
It is a fuster clock, isn't it?
I thought I could get away with anything.
That's what all white guys think. But
When the rumors finally reached the ears of my betrothed, her parents made sure Charlize disappeared. I couldn't do anything to stop them. I was asleep when they stormed the Senzala, took Charlize out of her bed, and hanged her from a tree in our garden.
No!
I never had a chance to apologize.
Dear God! The story went from freaking 60 to 1 million.
They killed her. What barbarism.
Holy moly.
Well, the stew is done. Go serve the crew.
I
on the
like
twin deck.
this is good, right? I'm
Right there.
legitimately shocked by that. Oh man. Oh. I bet you would have hit the dislike button on that, wouldn't you guys? Why am I like this? Where am I going with this? Oh, this is for the crew.
So, what you cooked up for us tonight, Andra? Another disappointment?
You alone bring enough of that to the table, Kate.
Ha! Sick burn.
Besides, I wasn't the one cooking tonight.
If you were not cooking, Undra, who was?
I'm a white man with glasses.
Danielle, together with Devon here, made a fine stew for us.
You trust your kitchen to Rensburg?
Galley, Caleb. And yes, I do.
Where's my dislike button? I'm going to dislike this video because someone was killed in this video.
Well, can't be worse than your taste.
How will I know that I dislike this hanging? How will I know?
Coming from you, I take that as a compliment.
I'm starving. Fill my bowl right up, Devon.
What is this,
That'd be
cyberpunk?
good.
Your bowl's already filled. That's not even a bowl, that's a plate. Everything in my life is a lie.
Well, Andra, I'm hard pressed to say it, but your grub ain't half bad compared to this. Barley and fish? Whose idea was that?
You should taste it, Bosun. It's quite an exotic mix of things.
Ah, Cody
I
Bear,
like it.
hello.
Whose recipe is this anyway?
I picked the
I
ingredients.
picked the ingredients, so you could say it is my recipe.
Well, I think you did great for a first time, Devon.
Hey, I made the broth and stirred the pot. Don't pretend that's not important.
I knew we were missing someone. What are you sneaking around the deck for all the time?
You were back there? Did you hear any strange sounds?
I'm scared of things. That's my character.
I heard some eerie noises last night from the direction of the cargo hold.
Oh, don't worry about that.
What are you talking about, Rob? The cargo hold is locked while we're at sea. No one can enter till we make port.
What a host of interesting characters.
But bosun, I've heard it as well.
Ludlow? Where did...
It was just a few nights back.
Oh god, I need
was
a gamer's
walking to my
chair.
cabin, and suddenly the
Forget the
air
VTuber
around me
avatar,
went
guys.
icy
I need a
cold.
gamer chair. I got no upper back support. Help me.
Then, out of nowhere, comes this ghostly tune, mesmerizing me as I walk across the 'tween deck. Before I know it, darkness creeps over me. The next thing I remember was waking up in the crow's nest at 3 in the morning.
Someone put you in the crow's nest?
When I heard it, I could swear there was singing too. We're all doomed, bosun.
Stozen! You don't have to put on the red light. Stop making things up, Ludlow.
Stop the tomfoolery, Ludlow. You're making it up, both of you. Ghosts don't exist. That's all nonsense.
He's talking about a siren, Devan. Scary phantoms who lure sailors into their arms and lock them in a deadly embrace.
Shut up, you pepper shagger.
They disguise themselves as women. Hideous women with the razor-sharp teeth.
Well, that's good to know, right, Caleb? Even you might have a chance with this girl.
Bah, I don't need no woman. Women only bring bad luck to sailors like us.
Is everyone on this ship gay?
Like us? You and I are not in any way alike, Caleb.
I wasn't talking about you, hash slinger. Since when are you a sailor?
Hold your tongue, snake.
Your
And
mother
here we
didn't
go
teach you to
again.
show some respect to your superiors?
You, my superior? I think not.
I own you, Thundra. You and the
Ha!
rest of you are in my power.
Those were the days.
I take back what I said. A hash slinger can
Find it funny to watch them fight.
I can't help but be amused when these two fight. They're so headstrong, both of them.
It's because they're both idiots, Devon.
I don't agree with that. I think Andrew's pretty smart.
Officer, why are you here anyway?
worst cook I've ever known, and I've known bad ones.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You could say that Daniel's done some real damage with his
Are you not eating with the captain tonight?
Johnson.
With the senator as his guest, I'm afraid I will have to eat on my own for a while. But now I need to speak with Devon.
I used to think, why do people need gamer chairs? And then all of a sudden I realized I had no upper back support on this incredibly cheap chair. I was like, oh. Okay.
In private.
Maybe I can get a gamer chair deal. I want a bright pink one. Maybe I should make it unironically make a like a really pink gamer girl setup.
Good. We're finally alone.
You've got like the ultimate laptop setup. But be careful you don't bend too far forward. Laptops are always making you lean forward. You'll start finding yourself in a C shape and then eventually you'll be stuck that way. We'll be hiring you to work on Sesame Street. Those cis-hats! What do they know?
So, have you heard anything of interest today? Did any of the passengers bear their secrets to you while they stuffed their faces?
I told Lud I spilled the tea on Daniel.
Daniel seems to be a man on the run. He fled his country because he fell in love with a slave girl called Charlize.
Slave girl? He must be from the Catholic kingdoms then. Viceroyalty of New Spain, perhaps.
The Straits are not alright, guys. They're not alright.
When his fiancée found out, they hanged the poor girl from a tree in their garden.
Whatever the case, Danielle is an unwanted guest in the Protectorate. It's better for him if we keep this a secret.
Sorry if this triggers anybody, by the way. I mean, it's not like, unfortunately, hanging people isn't something that only happened in the past. You're a gamer croissant. Yeah, be careful.
Was there more?
You'll get really bad back damage if you sit for. What I would recommend is get a really cheap monitor, Tom. Like, monitors are really cheap. Hey, get yourself a cable and hook it up to the laptop. Maybe even get yourself a USB keyboard as well, and just turn your laptop into like a makeshift PC stack. It'll be much better on your back if you can set it up higher for yourself. I feel like it's one of the false economy elements of laptops is that, well, like for games like this, you're going to be fine. As soon as you want to play like a first-person shooter or anything that requires you to see in the distance a bit more, you can start straining. I used to video edit on a laptop, and I just really did my back in for a while. Just leaning in. Even if you've got good posture, you end up hurting your upper neck as well. My current setup, I can go from sitting to standing fairly quickly. By the way, Tom, are you actually... I forget, because it's either Zibe or you has a different name on the Discord. Are you actually on the Discord? Because we will likely be doing the Stardew Valley Community Farm streams this December. We'll probably have yourself and Kawaii and maybe a few others come on the farm. So make sure you're on the Discord for that. Yeah, I wish I'd done that when I was using the laptop. Because like one Christmas I did hook my laptop up to a TV, having not wanting to move a very heavy TV. All of a sudden, all of the hit scan games that I was bad at, I was good at. Makes a heck of a difference having a big monitor. Even a small one with built-in speakers might be a marked improvement, you know?
The physician tending to Officer Brunswick is missing a bottle of laudanum.
Garrick is a hold. He forgets things all the time. I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah, make sure you get on the Discord, because that way you can get a good early notification to make sure that you can be on the community farm streams when we start doing those.
Well, it's getting late already, and I have a job for you.
I mean, you could play Stardew on a tiny mobile phone. You don't have to hunch on the mobile phone, Haxon.
The captain is preparing himself for his late-night tea.
But I
with
want to play it
Senator
on my
Morton in the
tiny mobile
captain's cabin.
phone.
It's a friendly thing they do every other day.
Your computer's through the living room TV. Yeah. Could be a good idea to use your TV for a monitor.
As you are the new steward, the captain has asked you to serve them.
Are you the new steward? The captain has asked you to serve them. Yes, Ludlow. Hang on a minute. I got funny noise outside my door. I don't know what's going on. Could be one of the boomers that are in my care at the moment. We could remake your bra. I don't like the way your tits are. Welcome back. Me. Hello. Reshape your bra. I don't like the way your face is. It's oh, I lost it. Felt like I had a vibe there, but no. Should probably get that looked at, Cody.
Why am I suddenly the one to serve them now?
Girl, we can reshape your butt. Na, 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 na.
You are the steward, Devan. It is your job. Besides, you are the captain's way of showing how much he values the needs of his passengers. Now, make sure you find some way to stall for time while they discuss important matters. It is vital that they forget your presence so that you may listen long enough to discover what they are talking about. Sounds like a good plan, right?
Boomer music. I just noticed you said that. It's elevator music, guys. Really cheap Joja brand elevator music. I like the plan.
Yes, it does. I think it might even work.
Right, Holly's gone now. She's gone to a different room. And my cat Stevie is here, just sitting in a corner. Seems to like hiding in the corner. Behind a toolbox.
Well, you don't really have a choice. They're the captain's orders, after all. Go on then. They're waiting for you in the captain's cabin.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Hamish.
What are you doing here? I didn't invite you.
I go where I please.
What have you been up to?
I heard you singing The Greatest Showman and I wanted to join in.
Right. Do you want to... Do you... I dread to ask, but do you want to sing something?
Yeah, let me think. What am I going to sing? Every night I lay in bed, a billion butt cheeks in my head, a billion cheeks are keeping me awake. I'm gonna slap 'em all. I'm gonna slap 'em all.
Jesus Christ.
It is good to have you here, Mr. Morton. Now, as per
I'm still in
your
shock from what I
request,
just
have
heard.
appointed one of the crew to the position of steward. I'd like you to meet Mr. Devan Rensburg. Perhaps you have noticed some of his work today?
Yes, I would.
I'm gonna get it now.
Mr. Rensburg, care to explain?
I smugly said Mr. Morton wasn't pleased with my service.
Apparently, Mr. Morton wasn't pleased with my service during luncheon today.
That shameful display you call service resulted in a ghastly meal for my niece and I.
Oh, but Mr. Morton, you shouldn't blame the boy for the cook's bad taste. You know, Mr. Robertin, he is, of somewhat lower birth. His skills, as those of his people, are limited by nature.
Oh, the passive racism in here. Technically, he already has dropped an album with all the alerts that he's done.
I made some more alerts as well. I added a bunch of Greatest Showman alerts. I haven't uploaded them to to the, what do they call this? Streamlabs yet.
What do you mean? You can't just upload things to the Streamlabs without my permission.
Yeah, try and stop me, buddy. I already put a bunch on there. I'm gonna add that one as well.
That was a lovely spontaneous one.
Doesn't have any good opinions, does he? No.
I don't know your cook, Cornelius. But a steward like the boy here should be able to do his job while blending
Gotta
in
slap
with
'em
the
all.
background.
I gotta slap 'em all. Remember to buy all the Jojo berries. They'll guarantee you love. What the every hell? I time just you did that eat one. them, yeah. Buy the Jojo berries from me. They're definitely not rebranded ancient fruit. Oh yeah. This song's not very good, but I don't care. Oh do do do. Shooby doo doo.
Hex is like, I've never heard that one, and then it gets played 2 times in a row. Because probability's like, fuck you. But a steward like the boy here should be able to do his job while blending in with the background. I'm not going to shift the blame to Andre, he's cool.
I didn't mean to intrude. I sincerely hope you enjoyed yourself nonetheless.
Yes, apology accepted, but I thought I made myself quite clear just now. Blend in.
Right. Rensburg, please fetch us some tea with a soothing splash of brandy. I keep a flask of eau de vie in the cupboard behind the stairs. Darjeeling with a drop of liquor should surely lighten the mood somewhat.
Yeah, this guy's not cool.
Girl, we can remake your butt with my big fat cock.
Hamish just disappeared somehow. It had nothing to do with me yeeting him into the void. Why am I looking at a dresser?
My apologies. It really is all very new to him.
It's creepy when the characters move. I love it.
Now, what is it that you'd like to talk to me about, Lewis?
Nothing in particular. I just wanted to check on you. See if you needed any help or perhaps moral support. I mean, with our dear Mr. Brunswick injured by that crazy cabin boy, you must be quite shocked.
Oh, I am. Thank God Rupert is still alive.
But for how long? Do you know if we can do without his skills?
Rupert has been a dear friend for many years. I know we can't lose him.
Can I come back yet?
No!
I can't lose him.
We have a long journey ahead of us, Cornelius, and I am afraid his condition is deteriorating. Will we make it to the colony in time, without his proper guidance?
Well, we're lucky that Rupert left his notes. They were enough to determine our course for the moment. If not for that, we would be hopelessly adrift.
I realized that if I acted busy, they might keep talking as if I weren't there, if I dared to keep them waiting.
Not enough ghosts in his blood, buddy. I could either serve the tea now or rummage through the cupboard and listen on. Yeah, I'm gonna rummage through the cupboard.
I know how much you've done for the Protectorate and its cause, but if this affair delays us, I'm afraid your career might be in jeopardy.
Hello, I'm back. Is Zendaya old enough to clap?
What?
She doesn't look old enough.
I don't know how old Zendaya is, okay? Jesus Christ.
I do understand your concern, but I am well aware of the importance of this mission. I could do without you constantly reminding me.
I am not pressuring you, Cornelius. Don't worry. I'm only concerned.
And so am I, Lewis. How's your niece doing, by the way? Is she accustomed to life at sea?
I think the sea breeze had her a bit on edge the past few days. She's trying to push my buttons all the time. Sometimes it's hard to admit, but Tabitha frequently reminds me of her aunt.
She clearly needs a Tumblr account.
She's got the same feisty way of talking. Quite unladylike, but undeniably charming.
Oh, God.
Now, this would be the right time to take a sip of that brandy tea you promised me.
Oh, good God. Rensburg, where are you, boy?
Is your freaking... We. It's we, okay? I made it myself.
Well, it's about time.
Try to be a little faster, Rensburg, please.
No.
Now, get yourself to bed. I expect you to bring me my breakfast in the morning.
As I say to all the women I've slept with, this is not going to be brief.
What? Hey everybody, I'm Devan Rensburg. I'm constantly followed around by a pointer. Ow! Stop it. What am I supposed to do now? Poke around? Oh, I don't care. I'm too much of a rebel without a course.
Devan!
What?
Oh, Devan, thank God you are still awake. Everybody is calling me a fool, but you'll believe me, right?
Oh.
What are you talking about, Rob? Believe what?
The siren!
What?
She's back again. I've heard her song, trying to snare me in the darkness.
Oh my God, what are you
The
on about?
she-devil wants my soul.
Did you take my wallet? How did you know?
I didn't understand why the siren wanted Rob's soul.
Hold on. Why does she want your soul?
She feeds on human souls, Devan. Don't you read books? She's on the tween deck right now. Please take a look for me, Devan. Prove to the others that I'm not lying.
What is your job exactly? I don't see anything. This game gonna low-key turn into a horror game? Because that would be pretty cool.
Gotta slap 'em all. I gotta slap 'em all. Gotta make 'em pink. Gotta put it in the Shut up.
What's he on about? I don't see a ghost. There's chickens.
All day long you could hear the chickens cackle. Though the meat was reserved for friends of the captain, their eggs were a special treat for the crew at weekends.
Every night I lay in bed, a million butt cheeks around my head. These cheeks are giving my cheeks an ache. Can I borrow a strap-on, Mom? Give me a strap-on, Mom.
What the heck? These lyrics don't even make any sense anymore. What is wrong with you? It's basically Elliot and Harvey's child. Blah blah blah, Indigo City. What am I supposed to do? It's also the eerie music on Tween Deck. Huh? Well, that's not eerie music. That's a man snoring while sat still. He'd definitely be a dictator. Or dictator. Dictator? Dictator? How do you say that word?
Hey! I'm a power bottom.
Well, that doesn't make me wrong. Is this Tween Deck? Oh no. I'm gonna wander around aimlessly. Oh. I can go other places. Well, I ain't seen any ghosts.
The music seemed to be coming from somewhere on the Tween Deck.
Oh. Oh, the piano. Corpse-shaped piano. I don't need no map. Don't sass me, sass. Even though you're not sassing me technically. Ah! Go this way. God damn it. I'm so confused. Oh.
My first vow is to never bow for the hurt and pain which cannot break me. Fire and flame, thunderstorm or rain, it is not to change my views.
Wow.
It's never been so strong. The fear that I don't belong. It's brought me to doing wrong. The fear that I don't belong. Second vow, not to weep about all the ways in which you betrayed me. For I know that I'm wanted, so little reason to stay with you. It's never been so strong. The fear that I don't belong. It's brought me to doing wrong.
I like it when you wear a song.
God damn it, Hamish.
Need to learn somehow to be poised and proud. Please awake me. I did once aim to be someone that inspired those who cared for me. Ugh, terrible.
Yes, awful. I could definitely do better than that. Anyway.
Don't you think so?
I told the Tabitha I didn't like it.
I don't agree, miss. I really love to hear you play, but I'm afraid there are others that don't.
There's always a critic.
Well, this thing is so horribly tuned, it sounds like a drowning cat.
I'm going to need you to play more piano, Tabitha, but to be honest with you, I'm more of a fan of your non-piano playing content, but make sure you put your piano content on a different platform, because I definitely like your piano This doesn't really work as a reference, does it?
Oh, it's you! We haven't been properly introduced yet. I'm Tabitha Vesey. Nice to meet you. Devan Rensburg, was it?
I was surprised that Tabitha wanted to clap.
You know my name?
Ooh, baby, when you know my name.
Like I could forget it. I've never seen anyone defy Uncle Lewis's authority like you did. Besides...
That's right, baby. I'm a bad boy.
I've heard all about your heroic actions with the insane boy. That was very brave of you, Devan.
Yep, I'm a straight up Chad. I told Tabitha I was a hero.
Thank you. I only did what felt like the right thing to do.
I am sure you did everything you could to protect us from harm. For that, we owe you our deepest gratitude. What was that?
The fuck? Come on, chat. That was like a pretty monumentally amazing piano piece, don't you think? I think it was the dead body piano theory. I joked about ghosts.
Well, some people think this ship is haunted. Perhaps you awoke the evil spirits with your
There's
music?
slaves down there, right?
Strange. When my uncle left for tea with the captain, I could swear I heard a howl of some sort. I figured it was the wind going through the piano, since the cover was partially open when I got here.
You seem distressed. Would it calm you if I took a look between the furniture?
You seem depressed. Piano tune was pretty... Yeah, that was great.
No, please, stay here.
Ugh. Sorry if you're hearing a lot of microphone sounds tonight. I'm realizing... for some reason... I'm learning that my chair is horrendous. Wasn't horrendous before. I don't know what's changed.
Company. Don't get me wrong, but being around him the entire day can be pretty frustrating. He's so imperious and self-indulgent. It drives me mad.
Yeah, look out, because I think he wants to clap as well.
I'm sorry, Devan. I just wish I could be self-indulgent too. At least...
Sometimes.
I understand. I'm sorry to hear your uncle is so restrictive.
It's not really fair of me to blame it all on my uncle. We're all going through some rough patches right now. My family, that is. But I shan't bother you with my troubles. Sleep well, Devan Rensburg, and thank you for your company.
Let me solve all your problems with my penis. Thankfully, we're not that type of character. Didn't seem to be any supernatural dangers, so I could safely go to bed. No, I'm checking out the hold. There's definitely some people in there.
The door to the cargo hold had been locked shut when we left the capital. It would only be opened again once we finally reached the Eastern Colonies.
Open it now, Devan.
In the corner of the gun deck stood a piano. It was a truly stunning one, made by a Viennese woodworker. Few people owned one of these, even in the capital.
You're a Viennese woodworker.
A particularly large painting was carefully covered with a blanket. I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of those tasteful artistic nudes, like the ones my adoptive father often sold to rich upper-class men of a certain age.
Open it! I want to see the boobs!
A particularly
He's not gonna open it.
The clockmakers from the province of Switzerland are the finest anywhere in the Protectorate. Of course, the senator owned a particularly fancy grandfather clock of Swiss origin.
Swiss people make chocolate and army knives.
Even with a blue coat, I wasn't allowed to enter the first-class cabins without a clear invitation by one of the passengers.
It's night time. Does it matter? Let me in. Every night I lay in bed. A million colors fill my head. I'm Hugh Jackman. I went from 12 to 50 in this film.
The gun deck was
Puberty
littered with all
doesn't
kinds of boxes
exist.
that contained Senator Morton's
First you're 12 and then you're 50.
I took from it that Mr. Morton must be a very rich man.
Very rich man.
Empire-style sofas seemed to be all the rage in the capital. The bulky and decadent design didn't make it hard to guess where the style originated, the province of France.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
Among the bottles was one of the finest vintage whiskies I had ever seen. 1753 malt, said the label. It was over 100 years old.
Oh my god. It's almost as old as Hex's. That's how we know if Hex's is still here or not. Just straight up call him over 100 years old.
A large cupboard was among the senator's furniture. I wondered what skeletons it was hiding. It seemed that many of Lewis's books were about botany and zoology.
Don't call me you,
youngin. I
youngin.
hadn't expected to discover about him. He seemed more the religious type to me.
Every night I lay in bed, I slap a dislike on a cosplayer's head, and then I kick him in the pants and run.
Siren?
Dislikes are fun. Dislikes are fun. I convinced the gullible sod that I made love to a siren. I like that one.
You wouldn't believe what I saw. She was real, Rob.
And I did her up the bum.
Her ghastly stare struck deep into my very soul. And as she beckoned me to come closer, I tried to resist her call. But her sweet embrace, her supple form, oh, and that bosom.
Her supple form.
Devon, just stop. Stop making a fool out of me. You didn't touch her. That's impossible.
Alright, fucking ghost hunter. Hi, Stevie. Say hello to the stream. You're interrupting.
I'm just playing along with your fantasy. I thought it was a game.
Excuse me, Devon, but that is not my kind of fantasy. You can keep it.
Alright.
Now, good
What are
night.
you into then? Tickling leprechauns? Bums? I don't know. Thought it was pretty juicy, to be honest. Stevie, don't step on the mouse. God damn it. Animals. You don't know anything about capitalism, do you? Can I nick something from here? Give me some fire. Let's burn this place down. Yes, it was a cat. Holly has left us and been replaced by Stevie. It's all happening on this stream, all the animal noises. Like, in actuality, I'm just a liar and I have no animals and just a bunch of effects. And I'm like, trying to convince everybody. Like.
Even the grinding wheel couldn't sharpen some of the dullest blades aboard this ship.
Oof. Hush, you don't want to wake anyone. Especially Hajalmar. He gets real nasty when you wake him. Stop smacking me, Stevie.
Looking at Ian's empty bed often made me feel sad for him, being in the cold and damp brig downstairs.
I farted into Ian's pillowcase. Oh, here's a saucy story for you guys. This is a fun story. I always get a good giggle out of this. I was meeting my mum in a capital city, so to speak, because she was going to a friend's birthday party, and her friend has the attention of many rich men, and one rich man in particular decided to buy her a booth at one of the bigger nightclubs. So we had a private booth to ourselves, and me and my friends were going to go and use the booth early while the boomers all went out and had food somewhere. So we had our own private booth to ourselves. And before we got there, I went to meet my mum in a fancy hotel, and she had a roommate that was one of her friend's friends who was a bit of a knob. And I got there, and I just minded my own business. I was just changing to go to the party, and she goes to me, "Oh, do you think you could not hang around? Because I work with young people all day, and to be honest, I'm just sick of them." And I was just like, what the F? I literally just came here to change my shirt. What the hell? I was just polite about it, and I was just like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" and just kind of shrugged it off. But then I came back later for some reason. I can't remember why. And obviously the hotel room was empty, and I took a packet of crisps and crunched it up and filled her bed with crisps and left. Right? Filled her bed with crisps. This is one of the best things you can ever do to a person, to fill their bed with crisps, right? And here's the best part. So I go home, my mum stays at the hotel for the night, and my mum just sits in bed and munches on what's left of that bag of crisps all night, and she goes, "Oh, it was really strange. That woman I shared a room with didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. I just sat there eating crisps. She didn't say a word to me. And then in the morning, oh God, she was giving me dirty looks from across the table. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry, but I filled her bed with crisps." And my mum's like, "Oh my God, I just sat there all night." Like, she must have thought I was like aggressively eating the crisps in order to threaten her or something. I was like, my work is done. I did my job. Don't mess with me. Put crisps in your bed. Oh, Chib invited me to a Pokemon Go raid. Chib! Don't you know I'm busy? Anyone ever pisses you off? Put crisps in their bed. Tell them Turin sent you. Monkey? Or is that a sailor?
It was getting late.
No, I want to sneak around. No, I want to sneak around a bit more. That hotel was really cool as well. They had like this kind of like gold-plated elevator thing going on, so all the floors, like all the walls were reflective, and you could just you could see yourself like almost 360-degree angles. In 360-degree angles around yourself, so you could sort of pose like a badass while you were going down in the elevator. It was amazing. Well, you see, Tom, that's poisoning, and that's highly illegal. Might not want to have admitted that.
Devon, wake up. You are the only one I can trust with this.
Crisps is the grey area. They can't get you for crisps. What now? What's going on? Do you not want to make out with you, Ludlow? In the middle of the night?
What? What do you need me for? It's the middle of the night.
You need to come with me right now. I wouldn't wake you up if it wasn't important.
Yeah, get up, whatever.
Hurry up.
What have you done now, Ludlow?
I'll explain in Caleb's workshop.
God, you're a bit of a fuck up, aren't you, Ludlow? Put Chris in the bed and they will pay. They'll have to clean their bed out all day. I gotta readjust my seat a second. God, what am I sitting on? Listen to the soothing ASMR sounds of me adjusting my ass. Really gotta sort my chair out. It was me thinking it was fine, but boy, is it anything but. Every night I sit on a chair, pokes my butthole and my hair.
Ludlow.
Listen to me, Devon. There is something in the galley. Something that's not supposed to be there.
Oh. Oh my God, Hexus, are you laughing at your own joke?
What do you mean, something? Are you sure it's not Undra?
Does Undra often sound like a cat in heat at this hour?
Oh God.
No? I was turning the winch when I heard this faint wailing sound coming from the grate next to it. I had decided it was probably the wind when I suddenly heard it again while I was inspecting the bilge pump.
Inspecting the bilge pump. Is that what they call it, is it?
But this time, I saw something walk across the tween deck too.
You're lucky you were a kid. Somebody tried to like spike me with laxative once. And it was like the most obvious thing ever. They put it in a drink and I was just like, this obviously tastes like it's full of laxative. And I didn't drink it. And they gaslit the shit out of me. They were like, how dare you not drink the drink I have given to you? And I was just like, fuck off. It was this girl, right? Basically, she'd heard that I liked her. So she put laxatives in my drink that she bought for me. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And then, like, years later, she had the audacity to suddenly like me and, like, ask me out on a covert date. So there I am meeting her for a meal. And she's all nervous and crap. And she hasn't said it's a date. She's just asked me to go for a meal. And I'm just sat there just stone-faced like, uh-huh. You think I forgot? I didn't forget anything. I asked you out many times. Now you think I'm just gonna... And then I ended up at a funeral for a school friend. And there she is, nodding at me at the funeral, going, that's the guy! That's the one I want to shag! And I'm like, we're at a funeral! This is my life. Yeah, don't do it. Anyone reading Tom's comments, don't spike people with laxatives. You get in a lot of trouble for that. It's poisoning. I know somebody who poisoned their boss with stagnant water for years on end. He thought he had like IBS or something. You saw something walk across the tween deck?
What is it that you need me for, specifically? Can't you just check it out yourself?
Oh, this was years ago. She asked me out on a date ages ago, and she was like fully into me, and I was just like, well, it was nice seeing you again. And then like she would like message me and be like, let's go for coffee, and I just ghosted her. I was like, sweet revenge. And then sometime later I was like, man, I'm horny. I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I didn't have standards.
Devon, I went down there and saw something going into the galley.
She kind of looked like Claire from Stardew Valley. She also ended up graduating from the same university as me, so I saw her again at the end of university. She may have been asking me out again after university, I can't remember.
Sailors aren't supposed to go in there at night, myself included.
That's what you do. That's what you do, guys. If you fancy somebody and they don't go for it, and then all of a sudden they come round, never cave.
You can go in without getting
Live
either
alone
of us in trouble.
in your castle.
So let's go.
Look down at the peasants below you. Let's go investigate the ghost already. Jesus Christ, Ludlow. Every night Ludlow is a scaredy cat.
I needed to follow Ludlow.
You mean use the stairs? Is there a glitch for the wall here? I don't know where she is now anyway. I don't think I could. Oh look, he's having a nap over there.
The door to the cargo...
Shut up! Yeah. I mean, like, it wasn't just like she did. It wasn't like I just asked her out a few times. Because I wasn't aggressive about it. I think I just quietly mentioned I liked her. And then she tried to spike me with laxative. And then sometime later, after hanging around with her a lot because she was a classmate, I was just like, I like you. Do you want to go to the cinema? And she was just like, no. And I was just like, okay. So it wasn't just that I was rejected. It was also that she tried to poison me as well. So, you know. Obviously, don't be too petty about getting rejected. But it was just years and years of her following me around, trying to, like, go out with me and date me after that. And I was just like, man, maybe I should just spell it out to you. I don't know, maybe it would have cleared the air. I don't know.
In the corner of the gun deck stood a piano. It was a truly stunning one, made by a Viennese woodworker. Few people owned one of these, even in the capital.
Man, if I had been a lesser person, I would have been in Bang City.
In the corner of the gun deck stood a piano.
Was it worth it?
The clockmakers from the province of Switzerland are the finest anywhere in the Protectorate. Of course.
It's not like she was particularly stupid. Why have I done this? I've had many women in my life who have similar interests as me, who are very intelligent. And for small reasons, I don't know if being poisoned by laxative is a small reason, I have kicked them to the curb. Photographers, voice actors, models. At least I don't spend any time going, whoa, it's me, why am I single? I mean, like, I just like chose where I am.
Even with a blue coat, I wasn't allowed to enter the first class cabin.
Oh my god, Devon, give it a fucking rest. I don't see anything, Ludlow. I think you're just a dickhead. Small reasons, just as attempted poisoning.
Robert Stockson didn't pay as much as the first-class passengers, and there was no room for him among the crew, so he got a hammock on the gun deck. A blessing, since he snored like a bear.
It wasn't that she was very beautiful, and she was an unusual case because she was very, very, like, a lot of people were like quite desperate to lose their virginity, but she was very stoic in the sense that she was very picky about it. Because the weird thing about the funeral we went to is it was for her ex-boyfriend, and she didn't seem very upset at all. And he had always complained that there was no physicality in their relationship when they were in college. So the weird thing about the fact that she started wanting to date me was that she was dropping all these hints about, you know, like how she likes to get frisky in her relationships and stuff like that. So something must have changed between dating him and wanting to go out with me. So she had no end to suitors. I don't think she scared anyone away. I think she just legitimately realized that, I don't know, she must have thought I was hot or something. Sounds braggy, but I did pull a lot in my late teens and early 20s. She must have just gone there, oh, he's got the hots now. He's got a good old case of the hots. And just shelled it out, you know. I was a prick as well, so it's not like... I was a prick to everybody back then. I used to do terrible things. I used to fuck with people all the time. Like, I used to sit in the canteen of this college and just draw all day. And I found out this very nice girl had been watching me and going, "You're the cute boy that draws in your sketchbook." And I was like, alright. Okay then. And then, like, I had a number somehow. And I was drunk with my mates, hanging out in this garage that we used to hang out in. And I called her up and was like, "There's something important I need to tell you. I'll meet you in the canteen tomorrow." And, like, I remembered that I'd done this, but I played the drunk card, and she was waiting in the canteen, and she was like, all this, like, looking at me like, "Oh, God, he's come to speak to me." And I was just like, "All right, mate," just carried on walking. Oh, my God. The funeral was for her ex-boyfriend. She also tried to poison me, and at the funeral of her ex-boyfriend, she was constantly nodding her head at me, trying to indicate to her companion that I was the one that she fancied. During the funeral. Well, in the wake. And this is all true. It's very unfortunate, because, you know, people like to embellish when they tell stories. They make it a bit spicier. I'm not. And that makes me sad.
A couple of empty whiskey bottles betrayed the nature of Rob's affliction. He was a notorious drunk.
Get it, Rob.
"A lazy chair for a lazy oaf," Hayward once said about Rob's comedy rocker.
Am I supposed to be down here?
Sometimes people get drunk and rowdy, or they just turn out to be criminals. The place on the Herald where these individuals were kept was called the Brig. Sometimes people...
Oh, God. What is going on? Well, I'm investigating. I'm not finding anything. It was a really rough funeral as well, because he died young, you know. It was, you know, it was like a road accident. There was just no way it was going to be nice for anybody.
This part of the cargo hold was strictly off limits while at sea. I was told...
All of my friends had no scruples when it came to getting laid as well. They would have just jumped at the opportunity. Can't help but think I might have felt a little sick to my stomach had I actually gone through with it, with her. At least it feels that way. Nothing in the galley.
It was too dark to see anything. I needed a lantern.
My I see no lantern. Oh, something really cheered me up today though, because Barbados has just taken its independence and just basically chucked the Queen out as the head of state, and they have like their first female president. They gave like an ambassador or hero award of some kind to Rihanna. I was like, yeah, and like the president was like, thank you so much for continuing to shine like a diamond. I was like, oh my god, Barbados, get it. I don't see a lantern. Got a lantern, mate?
And? Did you find anything?
Yes, Stevie.
It's hideous. 5 meters long and a mouth like a shark.
Don't test me, Devon. I'm not Rob. What did you find?
Nothing, just darkness. Let's go back to bed.
There's a spare lantern in the crew's quarters, but you might need to refill its oil supply.
Yeah, I think it happened like either yesterday or today. You can find that. It was the best. Go Barbados. Thank you for shining bright like a diamond. A diamond in the sky. Oh, I almost wept. I was just like, you go Barbados. You don't need that freaking British monarchy. Shining bright like a diamond.
The shelf contained many
That's not
bottles
what I'm after, Devon. I'm after the lantern.
Boxes big and small were everywhere on the Herald. Boxes big and small were...
Hey, what you doing? What? You wanna leave? You can't leave. You're a cat. You don't have rights. Yeah. I always feel like I like completely overestimate where I need to go in here. No, I need the oil.
There was an oil tin in the drawer. Now I only needed to find a lantern.
Shine bright like a diamond, Devon.
As brash a man as Haywood seemed, his violin betrayed his softer side.
Hmm. Shine bright like a diamond.
There was a lantern in the crew's quarters. I used the oil tin to refill it.
Yep. Hey, hey! Check me out. Got a lantern now. Moving up in the world, moving up in the world. Lighting my way. I'm a light in the dark. Polish on this game is amazing.
The cupboard was a mess. Someone had rummaged through it quite recently and left a trail of crumbs. The crumbs led out of the galley onto the gun deck.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. Tongva. Anaheim. Yeah, decolonization. It's important. I really don't like the British monarchy. Something really annoyed me. Like, Jeremy Corbyn was like a pretty cool Labour leader, and one of the things they found him to be quite a rebel. And the Tories didn't like him at all. And he kept getting interviews. It was like, "Will you bow to the Queen? Will you bow to the Queen?" And I'm like, God, if I ever wanted to go into politics, I'd lie to them all, and then I would like totally not bow to the Queen, just to like fucking make their heads blow off, like. So be like, "Yo, Queen, how's it going, Liz?" Oh, those children's taxes all those taxes from hard-working families suiting you. Stevie, you were just kicking off over there, weren't you? Stevie. Now you got the pitter-patter of a ninja cat.
The crumbs led to a box among Senator Morton's furniture.
Oh God!
It's a little girl. But who is she? And what is she doing here? Do you think we should wake her up?
I didn't know she was... Just waking her up and asking her who she was. Wake her up.
She looks so peaceful.
Wake up!
We need to know who she is. Let's wake her.
No, please, don't wake her. She's only just fallen asleep.
Oh God. What new form of devilry is this?
Lady Tabitha? Excuse me, miss.
I think I know what it is.
Do you by chance know this girl?
No, I don't, but... Well, maybe I do. A little. It was a few nights back. I was stretching my legs when I found her hiding underneath the piano.
Stevie! Ow!
She was sobbing and I tried to comfort her, but I couldn't really figure out how she got here.
Why not?
Because she doesn't say a word. She's been silent for as long as I've been with her.
Oh.
She likes music. That is all I know.
That's why you've been playing the piano at night?
Yes. I hope it didn't cause you too much trouble. I wasn't sure it was a good idea to tell anyone about her. I didn't want to stir something up, not after what had happened with the cabin boy.
You were right not to trust anyone. In my experience, the Protectorate handles stowaways quite harshly.
Oh God.
Corporal punishment has only recently been banned for petty crimes, but trespassing, that is still a capital offense.
But they wouldn't beat a girl, would they?
I've seen it happen with boys. Why are girls any different?
Oh, Ludlow.
Punishment or not, if my uncle found out there was a stowaway on board, it would disgrace the captain. I don't want to be responsible for that.
I do. Stevie didn't just say meow. Stevie walked over to the microphone. I picked him up and he went.
Hugs are really good. They can sometimes make you feel better, but maybe don't hug anyone at the moment unless they're like, you know, you had like a test and you're in the same bubble. Oi!
Oh, that's an old one. That's early pandemic, that one. Thanks, Tom. When everybody had bubbles. Back in the good old days. When people tried to keep their distance from one another.
Is it possible that your uncle already knows about her? That maybe he put her in that box himself?
Oh, God.
Excuse me? My uncle is quite a brazen man, but that goes above and beyond anything he would ever do.
Are you really sure about that? He might be a fervent collector of young girls.
Oh, God.
Officer, please. Just take the girl to your cabin for the night. We can discuss a solution tomorrow morning.
I was just... Fine, miss. I will take her to my cabin.
Good night, gentlemen.
Aye.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Just give me 5 minutes, Undra. I'll be right there.
Danielle, you know it's your job to collect the eggs from the coops.
I'm on my way already. Just...
How do you expect me to serve breakfast like this? By the time you are finished, it'll be time for luncheon.
Scarumba!
What?
Stop bossing me around. Let someone else do it for once, okay?
Wow. I didn't know there was this much sass back in the 18th century.
Devon, stop staring and get to the kitchen right now.
Galley, sir.
Getting arrogant with me? There's a pot of tea in the galley waiting to be served to Mr. Morton and his niece. Get to it, boy.
Alright. Keep your galleys on. Man, that didn't even be... Forget I said anything. It's been a long day. Too many internet arguments.
The dining tray contained tea for the passengers.
It did. It's mine now. Mine to shake violently. Me and my roommate and friends are still vaccinated. Are vaccinated. If there is even the hint of head cold like symptoms, we get tested and wait a week to see. That's the way. Gotta be safe. Get your galley out for the lads.
How are you?
Give us a gander at your galley. I wish Tabitha a good morning.
Good morning.
Ah, tut tut.
Oh my god. I don't know what to do with this guy.
Sir, I was merely...
Pour me a cup, steward.
Uncle?
Just something between Mr. Rensburg and I. Now tell me, are you feeling well, my dear?
Excuse me, Uncle?
If you're not feeling well, I'll stuff you in a crate with the other girl.
Last night you were out of bed, Tabitha. Can you please explain to me what you were doing at 3 in the morning?
I was just...
Go on. I'm just concerned about what you left the cabin for.
Just getting my galley looked at.
I had to go and empty the chamber pot. Oh, I am so embarrassed, Uncle. You cannot ask a lady to speak such a thing in the presence of a servant.
Of course. The chamber pot. Then why did I find this kerchief on my piano this morning?
How dare you touch my
Is
piano
not mine, Uncle.
with your woman
I
part?
have no idea whom that belongs to.
I've heard rumors of someone playing on my piano at night. But you were in our cabin most of the time, weren't you?
Yes, Uncle, I was. Reading. The Cry of the Children by Elizabeth Browning is truly splendid poetry.
Drivel, my dear. So you would have me believe there's a sailor...
Yeah,
missing
what was
his
he doing at
free
3 in the
hand?
morning? Furiously fapping.
I am saying it might very well be the silk of a sailor's wife, Uncle. It can get very lonely when you are away from your beloved. And, as they say, music comforts the soul.
Very well. I shall give this to the captain tonight. Let him sort it out.
Good.
Oh, and if you, by any chance, want to play the piano sometime, by all means, do ask. I would love to hear you play, Tabitha.
Thank you, Uncle.
Stevie. Have to let you out. Yeah. Alright. Hold up, we got a needy cat. Get pets, they said. They won't overwhelm your streams, they said.
Don't mention it.
Uncle, my cup. It's chipped. It hurts my lips when I sip from it.
Sip from the other side, my dear.
My left hand is weak. I can't hold a cup like that. Besides, it's entirely against etiquette. Steward, take this one back to the kitchen and bring me a cup in pristine condition.
To be fair, it is kind of a pain in the ass to drink out of a broken cup.
And don't keep us waiting like you did yesterday evening.
Tabitha had slipped a tiny note underneath her cup, asking me to meet her on the weather deck later.
Aha. This game really knows how to trim the fat off.
I see
You know,
my
it's like,
message.
why make you walk
Just
all the way up there?
pretend you are fanning me with that.
Smart decisions all over the place.
For a moment, I thought you were serious.
I'm sorry about that, but you must understand. I want to talk to you alone. My uncle is not a man who'd sit idly for more than a minute or two, so I figured we could only meet if I pretended to read here. In case he walks by, we just tell him that you were making sure I was well cared for.
Right, but what do you want to talk about?
Remember that my uncle found a handkerchief? Well, it's not mine. I'm sure it belongs to the girl. I've seen her holding it a couple of times.
I figured that as well. I'm gonna care for you so good.
I'm gonna put some laxative in your drink and hit on you at a funeral.
Why didn't you tell this to your uncle?
I don't want my uncle to know about any stowaways. He has been hot-tempered and very brusque lately. I don't know what he will do when he finds out about this.
What do you want me to do then?
Tell the captain. I am sure he is reasonable. It's the only way we can avoid conflict.
Yeah, I'm telling the captain. I want the captain to get in trouble.
Good thinking, Lady Tabitha.
It is better for all of us if the captain knows about this. He will take... What is that?
That is the clapping of cloud cheeks.
Paka!
Rensburg! It's coming straight at us! I need all the passengers to go to the deck house.
Captain Hendricks, have you seen my uncle?
In your cabin, Lady Tabitha. Go to him and take him to the dining saloon right away. It's safe.
I'll be on my way.
Be careful when you take the stairs. They might be slippery.
Oh, the ship's gonna go down, isn't it?
Rensburg, have you seen Ludlow?
I need to talk to you about something, Captain. It's urgent.
Not as urgent as this storm, I'm sure. I need Ludlow, Rensburg. Go get him, now. If there's anyone still below deck, get them to go to the dining saloon immediately. Unless it's a sailor. Then I want them to report.
Alright, alright.
There was a necklace inside Ludlow's desk.
Wow.
It seemed to be a colonial design.
Don't go to Caleb's shop right now. Find Ludlow and the doctor.
Ludlow's room was a bit of a mess. I wondered what had happened there.
It's a bit of a fight, maybe?
Ludlow seemed to have sealed the hole in the wall after I had spied on him through it.
What in the hell is this picture? That flag, that all-important
I was
flag.
quite surprised to...
When will the flag ever be useful?
Oh, thank God you're here, Mr. Rensburg.
What's the matter, Doctor?
Brunswick's wound is suppurating, and his body temperature is very unstable. Someone has to hold him down, while I'll drain the pus.
Oh, God.
The officer's life is at stake.
I'll do whatever I can to help, but you have to go to the dining saloon when we're done.
It all depends on whether or not we do our job right. If we fail, I don't know if I can leave him behind. But let's hurry up. There's no time to lose.
Alright, spoilers, McGee. What are you doing?
I tied his legs together with my belt, but you have to press his shoulders and arms down so he can make sudden movements while I'll drain the pus.
Okay.
Are you ready, Mr. Rensburg?
Yes, Doctor. Let's get on with it.
That's the spirit. Now listen to me, Rensburg. After I drain the pus, I will have to cut away the dead tissue as well to properly clean the wound. Please hand me the tools I need when I ask for them. I'll put them on the stool next to you.
Does this sound like correct medical science?
Listen carefully, Devon, and it should be very easy.
Hey, Jacob.
Whenever I ask you for one of my tools, you will have to hand it to me. And please, don't mess up by giving me the wrong one. I need to focus. Ready now? Here we go. First, I need the syringe to drain the pus from the wound. So hand me the syringe, Devon.
Should I deliberately get this guy killed? No.
I had to decide if this was the right tool.
I like how they've put a lot of choice on this. You know what? We gonna live on the edge.
I wondered if this was the...
No. That's not what I asked for, Devon. Give me the syringe.
Turn around and pick it up.
Gehrig wanted one of his tools.
No. That's not what I asked for, Devon.
I had to decide if this was...
Good, that should do it. Now I need you to give me the scalpel, so I can cut away the dead tissue.
It was one of Gehrig's tools.
A scalpel is a little knife, Devon. This is not a scalpel.
I wondered if this was the right tool.
I need to sew the wound shut now.
Sew
Can you
it.
hand me the needle and...
Sew the fucking wound.
Gehrig wanted one of his...
Don't forget to sterilize the needle by holding it in the candle flame for a few seconds.
Okay.
There was a candle on the stool.
What do you reckon, guys? Here's your moment to make a pivotal decision. Do we do it the right way, or do we kind of mess with the vaguely kitty fiddlerish guy? God is watching. Vote kissing Hamish for yes. And angry Hamish for no. Don't do it. That's one no. Anyone else? One do it. One don't do it. We need a deciding vote here. It's tied. Oh! Anyone else gonna chime in? A fictional man's perverted life hangs in the balance. Oh god. Chib just unironically messaged me about that Pokemon raid. Wanna beat Milk Tank with me? You shouldn't say this to your sibling. Okay, well, we're all gonna do it then. Yeah, there's way too many people in favor for messing him up.
All done. Now, hand me the bandage so we can finish the job.
That's what you get For not understanding that the dislike button had to go! Yeah, for the sake of drama. What do I have to do now? This.
It was one of Gerig's tools.
There you go.
Yes. Well, this has to do.
I spat on the bandage.
Well, Mr. Rensburg, it seems Ian didn't hit any vital organs when he shot Brunswick. But the wound is deep and has started to infect quite badly. I'm not sure if I can leave him unattended for long, and we honestly can't get him out of bed now.
The captain ordered everyone to go to the dining saloon. It is safer there. We did all we could for Officer Brunswick. Now it is time to take care of ourselves.
As you wish. See you there, Rensburg.
Here we go. See you in a bit, Hexes. Who else do I need to find? Ludlow. There's also something in Ludlow's cabin, because we got spoilers dropped on us.
There was a necklace inside Ludlow's desk. It seemed to be a colonial design.
Is that the only thing we could look at? Oh. Ah.
While going through Ludlow's room, I discovered several of Gerig's missing laudanum bottles, all empty. I wanted to ask Ludlow before jumping to conclusions, but it was hard to not think the worst.
That's lick it up, can't think of a word.
There was a storm outside, and I needed to find Ludlow.
Lick it up, Lucky Lou. Hiding in the cupboard, maybe. No. Dramatic cutscene. Laudanum? Crikey. How scandalous.
Are you saying I'm blind?
I
know what you're up to, Ludlow.
Of course you do, Haywood.
I'm serious. When are you going to learn to keep to yourself?
I was just...
No excuses.
I need to talk to Ludlow. Please get to the main deck, Caleb. The captain wants to see you.
Ludlow has some explaining to do. So either he tells me what he was doing rifling through my drawers, or I won't leave.
I just wanted to know if you had any nuts.
I can confirm this man has no nuts.
Can you believe this man, Rensburg? It must be that time of the month again.
What?
Fine, fine. I'm sorry. I was just looking for a wrench to...
The wrenches are on the wall. You tell me I'm the one who's blind.
He's looking for a stowaway.
We have reason to believe there's a stowaway aboard the Herald. Ludlow was just doing a routine search of the ship.
Devan, why are you...
A stowaway? Why were you going through my drawers then?
I don't know. I just...
You're nothing but a thief and a liar, Ludlow.
It's the truth, Haywood. We'll explain later. You have to go now. The captain is waiting for you.
Fine, I'll go. But only because the captain ordered it.
It's getting saucy in here. God, that's a bit dangerous.
Oh, Devon, what's going on?
I don't know, Harry Potter.
Everything's moving.
I ignored Rob.
Get to the dining saloon, Rob. You're safer there.
Devon, we're in trouble now.
What were you doing in Hayward's drawers, eh?
Why were you going through his drawers?
These crazy disco lights over here. The ship be rockin'.
I was panicking and I...
Ah! Ouch.
I was startled.
Lady Tabitha!
I'm fine. Just a scratch. But I can't find my uncle anywhere. He wasn't in our cabin.
I lost the girl too. I don't know where she is. One moment she was standing right next to me, and the next...
You what? She could seriously hurt herself, officer. What if she fell overboard?
It's not like I lost the girl on purpose.
What the hell, Ludlow?
I had a stomach ache this morning and was distracted when she suddenly ran for it.
Doesn't matter. We need to find the girl and Mr.
Oh no! Not the racist captain.
That came from below. Let's take the stairs.
The drama is heating up in here.
Oh God. My little girl, are you alright?
Yep. I believed she would be, biracial.
Please don't cry. I'll get you out of here.
He went through that door, Ludlow. He's got a key to the cargo hold.
Oh God, is this Danielle's daughter?
Who are you talking about, Ian?
The senator, Lewis Morton.
Alright, Jacksepticeye, we're on it.
What is going on in here?
We found a stowaway, sir. We don't know who she is or how she got here.
A stowaway aboard the Herald? I can't believe it. Every day another surprise.
Never gets boring.
She's just lost, sir. She's all alone and I won't let her come to harm.
Elisa! Minha menina, you are safe. I was so worried.
Danielle?
Yep, I called it.
Who are you, and what do you think you are doing?
The senator has a point. Explain yourself, Danielle.
I can't hide it from you much longer anyway.
God. This is some heavy stuff.
Hide what, exactly?
The girl, her name is Elisa, and she's my daughter.
Sad times in olden days when people were racist in lots of ways. No.
You disappoint me, Mr. Barris. I trusted you. Even as someone from the Kingdom of Brazil, I held to believe that you had changed your
I was
ways.
from Brazil.
So, you know where I'm from?
Your accent betrayed you. Although I have to admit, if Mr. Roberter hadn't told me about his suspicions, I would not have been convinced.
Why was I not arrested then?
All refugees to the free world are welcomed by the Protectorate and its allies. Your heritage is not a crime, but human trafficking is.
Oh.
She is his daughter, sir.
God, this is good.
Doesn't matter, officer. This man smuggled a human being aboard a government-chartered ship with immeasurable danger to her safety.
I can see where the mutiny's gonna come from.
Harboring a stowaway is a capital offense.
That it is, and therefore I'm taking appropriate measures. Mr. Barris, you will stay under strict surveillance until we arrive in the Eastern Colonies. There you will be delivered to the authorities in waiting for your trial.
Excuse me, Cornelis?
Ah, my ear's itching. Ah!
He poses no danger, Lewis, and I need my crew. Please let the authorities handle this.
You are the authority on this ship. I am an authority on this ship. We sentence him here, right now.
What? Alan Rickman, you've lost the plot.
That cannot be legal, sir.
It is entirely legal for us to carry out a punishment that is permitted by law.
And who verifies what is lawful?
On the Herald, that would be me.
Please, Senator. Danielle and his daughter have suffered enough.
Be quiet, Mr. Rensburg.
The crime in question mandates a flogging by whip.
No.
You can't do this!
The whip's been banned in the capital, sir. The ship doesn't even carry a whip anymore.
We are not in the capital anymore, officer. And may I remind you that our captain is a collector of exotic weaponry?
Oh, God.
There must be another way, sir.
Indeed there is.
Oh my God! Now I know why the sword was in the water earlier.
Object often used in the Eastern Colonies to flog criminals.
Rattan cane.
It would be an excellent
Oh,
choice. In
Jesus
this case.
Christ!
You want me to get a rattan?
Superstar.
Fair enough. If they do it in the colonies, why can't we?
Because we are better than that, Captain. That's why.
Are you sure it is lawful? What does the law say exactly, Captain?
The law states that corporal punishment is allowed. It is within my power to administer 12 strokes to Mr. Barris's back.
Ow.
This has taken long enough. The captain has every right to punish Mr. Barris for his crimes. Take Mr. Barris to the weather deck, officer.
Senator, please. I beg you to listen to me. Danielle merely protected his daughter, sir. What would you do?
I thought that window was going to smash then because he threw him out of it.
I wouldn't lie. Besides, I have no daughter.
I am a white man. I know not how to empathize. I am also an English villain. Yeah, she only knows Portuguese. Good eye, yeah. I noted that Mr. Morton did have a niece. I asked what Mr. Morton would do if he had lost a love. I wanted Mr. Morton to imagine being on the run from barbarians. What? Oof. These are some hard choices.
But what if it was your wife that had died, just like Danielle's love? What if you had a daughter together, and she was the only thing you had left of her? Wouldn't you do everything for the child to make up for the loss of your wife?
Yeah.
That's enough, Steward.
Mr. Rensburg, I heard rumors that you were an illegitimate child in search of your roots. That alone is supposedly the reason you traveled to the Eastern Colonies. Do you like it when other people talk about your private life behind your back? I thought not. Truly, I find it repulsive that you bring my late wife into this matter.
I didn't even know about the late wife.
But you're right. I
did it! I picked the right choice, chat.
The loss of my Eleanor, even if that meant breaking the law.
Breaking the law, breaking the law. Beep, beep.
Take Mr. Barris to the brig, Officer Ludlow. The flogging is on.
I did it. I did it.
Thank you so much, Senator. And you too, Devan. Please, take care of Elisa for me. She has a little handkerchief. Whenever she cries, just give that to her. It was her mother's.
Sadness imprisoning me. All that I
kerchief
see.
was hers.
Absolute horror.
Such a pity that I dropped it in the ocean this morning.
What the fuck? This guy's just gonna be a D-bag to the end. Jab it where it hurts. Slap him in the dirt. Yeah, you messed some
Trying to
deep
protect his
stuff,
daughter,
Hexes.
Danielle had brought himself into harm's way. Powerless and broken, he was locked up in the brig with Ian.
With Jacksepticeye.
Although the mystery of the girl was now solved, another question quickly arose. For what had Senator Morton been doing in the cargo hold during the storm?
Yeah. Back to the Rani, also known as Gwen Stefani.
You stood up to the senator? And I am to believe you made him feel sorry for his actions?
Yeah, I did.
Well, next you'll be telling me you met a mermaid.
I met a hottie called Rani, or the Rani. It was Danielle's kid. Danielle's kid. Yeah, biracial child. Yeah, it was Charlize's kid, yeah. It just got deeper and darker. It was brilliant. Better than the end of, the last season of Game of Thrones, basically. But then, pretty much anything is. I don't know if that's saying much. I did meet a mermaid once. It worked because I confronted him with myself, with himself.
It worked because I confronted him with himself. He had very little choice but to give in.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true diplomat. Exactly what I need. Are you willing to prove yourself to me, Devan?
What?
What do you mean? Prove myself how?
Answer me. Did you or did you not rummage through my strongbox while I was away?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Did you read the articles?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I read a newspaper clipping.
Good. Then you also know what they did to my husband. To my family.
Oh, they did it intentionally. I think I do.
I think I understand.
Do you? So you know how it feels to lose all that you hold dear? The Protectorate took my kingdom from me by murdering my husband, the Raja of Mishra.
I thought the death of the Raja was an accident, like the clipping said.
The Protectorate made it all look like an accident. But I knew it was murder from the moment I was informed of my husband's death. For I have only daughters.
Man, I feel bad about hitting on you.
Without a legitimate heir, the doctrine of lapse made sure that the rule of our entire state would fall to the Protectorate.
The doctrine of lapse? What kind of law is that?
It's no law. It's just an excuse to annex land from rulers without male heirs.
As per usual.
When I refused to leave my people, Protectorate forces marched on the palace. They butchered almost all of my household staff, the Raja's second and third wives, even some of my daughters that didn't want to flee with me.
Second and third wives.
I left them, Devan.
He was polyamorous.
I left my children to die.
No! Man, this game has changed me. I wasn't expecting this deep of a journey. I rifled through this box again. Have some tea?
Well, I know tea. So
Not the right time, Devan. What a cool game this turned out to be. I gotta admit, I was somewhat jaded at the idea of like the old point and clicks when I played Backbone, which seemed to be a game where they just completely threw out the game in the middle of the pandemic. And that turned out to be a letdown. I was apprehensive, but this has been majestic. This is pretty damn cool. I didn't get my permission slip signed for this
My
field trip.
ancestors made these murals. They tell stories of a resilient people that lived off the land, a people that overcame many hardships, even in their darkest hours.
Yeah, it's very traumatic, isn't it?
The stories used to instill in me a sense of hope for our future. But I am losing faith, Devan.
What do you want from me?
Look around. We are surrounded by the corpse of a culture that once flourished in this region. Your mother was once part of that culture, a culture which carried a long and proud tradition that is no more. It is the Protectorate that made it so. The Lord Protector stole our colors, bagged them, and shipped them off afar.
Yep. Hexus, her husband, was murdered.
And now the cockerel is brandishing our plucked feathers right under my nose, taunting me in the hope that I lash out. As tempting as it may be, my people can't afford that. I don't want to legitimize him wiping us from history. I don't want to grant him that pleasure. I'm losing hope, Devan, and what last opportunity I have left now rests in the hands of a few in whom I've placed my trust. I'd like you to meet one of them. In fact, you have met before. This is my daughter.
Oh no, Holly's howling.
Ashna.
Holly's had enough.
Hello, Devan.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. Ah, bravo! Bravo game! Oh, nice.
It's good to see you've recovered.
Oh, yes. So good. God, about 90% of Netflix isn't as good as this. Hit the dislike button. Oh wait, doesn't matter anymore. Why did I say that? I don't know. I don't know. That was book 1 and 2. There should be 3 more books coming out in the future, and we will definitely play them on the channel because I absolutely loved that. And it was all the better sharing it with everybody. That was fantastic. So for VOD watchers and anybody who wants to pop back to the video, I'm going to link the artist and a VTuber that uses a model they designed. Simrai, who's very, very attractive, whose model has a lot of jiggle physics. You're going to want to check that out if you're that way inclined. But oh, the writing? I can't fault anything. What a fantastic gaming experience. That's one of the best gaming experiences I've had for a long time. It really is. I feel like the good thing is it feels like it's going to get even better because they know how to tell a story. I don't feel like I'm at the point where I'm just going to cry my eyes out, because I feel like they're building to it. And, it's not one of those passion projects where they're using the excuse it's a game to put that script out that they couldn't get made into a film. It's like it works as an interactive game. You can see the twists and turns. You can see how you can affect the plot. It feels very enjoyable to explore. I feel like if you didn't have a live stream audience, you'd probably be exploring every nook and cranny and finding out things that I didn't find, Damn, what a skilled team. Only 3 people made this game. Our art director, Can't remember a bloody name right now. It's not... I think it's Ada, but it's pronounced differently. It's got like an accent in there. And, yeah, what was it? Wispfire? Fantastic. There's a lot... I would love to work with these guys in the future. I have an idea for a game called Oniromancer. And this game kind of made me think of a way to make that game. I don't know how I would have enough credibility for them to trust me with the idea, but if anybody was going to help me with that, I think these people could help me do it. Luckily, I have a sibling who is a master linguist, soon to achieve a doctorate. So that might have some sway in terms of being capable of providing, help with the writing. Shake screen. What's that? Pets? Moo Moo, Destroyer of Worlds. What? Sometimes your references are out there. Let's have a look at the credits. Have we already seen the credits? Wait, there were a lot of credits. Yeah, only... Oh, I guess... Yes. Let me look at the credits again. It'd be nice if you could pull the credits up. A game by Wispfire. I just want to read this a sec. Founders. There she is. Ada de Ridder? Anybody know how to pronounce this accent on the name? Voice actors. Well, I was too busy talking. Shut up. Written by Roy Vander Schilden. Editing and... Well, you're bloody good at writing, Roy. Let's team up. Creative director. Big fan of it. Possibly I pronounce that Ida, perhaps. .3D art was handled by other people, so she directed the art team. So I guess it's not made by 3 people. It's basically a company founded by 3 people. Yeah. Small team, nonetheless. This is basically their first gaming outing. God. Awesome. Archives? What's this? The Secrets of Lord Barros Jr. Sorrow of a Senator. A child named Aaron. I guess these are all the things you can find around the ship. Really? On the main website, I'll have to have a look at that. Didn't show the pets. Looks like there's many other secrets about characters to find out as well. So obviously, it's got replayability. Again, this game is super cheap at the moment, so if you're fascinated by it and you really want to jump in and find all the details that we haven't found, then go for it. Well, what a stream. I hope you enjoyed that, VOD watchers. I think we all enjoyed that quite a lot. That was quite an experience. Don't quite know what else to say. I hope you enjoyed the rant at the beginning of the stream. Remember, try not to care too much about things like dislikes on a social media platform. I mainly cared that people didn't understand why it was annoying. There you go. Why they were annoying in the first place. Okay then. Well, that'll be the end of the stream today. Probably be back with some Animal Crossing. I'm going to be focusing on that as our live stream series going forward. Hopefully this December we'll play some Community Farm with you folks, the Joja members. And when Chib gets here, we'll probably play some Spiritfarer. As for edited content, lots of stuff from Hadley, SVE content and vanilla content to come. I believe a trip to Zuzu City from Hamish. I've got lots of ideas. Keep your eyes peeled. And thanks for coming for it, everybody. Great audience as usual.